Hi Gemini, welcome to your weekly check-in. Within this weekly check-in, we're going to be paying attention to all the Virgo energy that's around us at the minute. The sun is still in Virgo, so it's still Virgo season. We also have a new moon in Virgo on Friday the 15th of September. That will be at 2:39 a.m. British summertime. We also have Mercury going direct in Virgo on that same date, on the Friday, but that will be in the evening. So Virgo is a sign of analysis. At this period of time, we might be analysing what isn't working in our lives, in our day-to-day, and what we can learn from that. We could be looking at making things more efficient, new strategies, new solutions, new choices. We might also be looking at our relationship with our resources and security, and our day-to-day routines, and where we give, so where we are of service or how we're of service. The books you can see here are from the oracle decks I'm going to be using in today's reading. So let's get you a main theme, and this main theme from the tarot cards, it may be intentions that you want to consider setting for the new moon, or it may just be showing us what's not working and what we can learn from that at present. So what does Gemini need to know for the week? And the week for me is 7 days from the time that the video is posted, or 7 days in between the time that it's posted and the following 7 days. So what's the main theme for Gemini for the week? Right, you have, what's that in reverse? I think it belongs in reverse. It's the Page of Pentacles. That is a Virgo card as well. Let's have a look at your energy specifically. Whoa. Oh, okay. This is a bit dark. Ace of Cups in reverse and the Five of Cups in reverse. I was going to say, when that Page of Pentacles came out in reverse, are you only investing when you give? Are you only giving a little bit, or do you feel like you don't have enough? Something along those lines. Let's look at any external energies that are impacting things. You have the Two of Pentacles. Okay. Are you doing too much and you feel like you've got nothing left to give? That's a possibility here if you are juggling a lot of things, especially physically. If you are doing a lot, obviously you'll have less to give, and then it also can drain you emotionally, can't it? Like if you work too many hours, if you're always doing stuff for other people, it is draining and it just leaves you with nothing, like you've got no energy, emotionally, physically, everything. So is that not working for you? Let's look at your advice. You're also coming out really quickly. Three of Pentacles collaboration. I mean, already looking at that without clarifiers, it looks like you could be doing too much. You're drained, and you probably need to find people that can support and collaborate with you to make your life easier. But we will look at the clarifiers and see what else comes out. Let's get you a Angels and Ancestors oracle card, and I'm hearing the word spent. You know, like when someone's had a hard day or a hard week or a hard month and they say I'm spent. That's what I'm getting so far from your reading. So yeah, sometimes things can be tough. You spread yourself too thin, don't you? But let's see what comes out here. So what else does Gemini need to know? Water Guardian, connect with your emotions. I mean, there may be a need, if you haven't already acknowledged it, to acknowledge how you're feeling about things. Like if you are drained, are you still juggling things even though you feel drained? Do you need to acknowledge that you've literally spent yourself? That's a possibility. And let's get you a Sacred Destiny card as well. I mean, the Two of Pentacles is an external energy or surrounding energy, but it doesn't necessarily mean it's another person. You're getting there's one that fell on the floor, forgiveness, and that came up for Capricorn, where they appeared as if they might have been giving too much as well. So that's a bit odd. As I was saying, yeah, the Two of Pentacles, it can be a surrounding energy, so energy that's around you that you need to acknowledge. Yeah, as I say, it may be a personal situation though, but the situation could be that you're juggling too much. But let's see what we get with these Sacred Destiny cards. Could you be struggling financially as well, and is that impacting your emotions? You could potentially be depressed, really, couldn't you? And you might need financial assistance or support. Right, Sacred Destiny doesn't want to come out of the deck, so actually giving me an arm ache. Maybe that's how you feel, like you keep going and going and going and you're just exhausted. Right, there we go. We have miracles. So, I mean, maybe the miracle would come in terms of support from someone else if you were able to get support from someone else. But let's begin to clarify, starting with that Page of Pentacles in reverse for you. So that's your main theme of what is probably not working and what you need to set intentions on. If you are doing too much on your own, you may need to set an intention for help, or how to figure out how to balance things out better. Maybe boundaries are involved. Maybe it's just practically figuring out how to balance things. Let's clarify that Page of Pentacles for you. Okay, you've got two strong cards to do with intuition there, the Two of Swords and High Priestess. The Two of Swords here for me feels like the wolf is her intuition or her instinct. So she already knows, but she's hiding her two truths or what she knows behind her back, and she does have a decision to make, but she's hiding the decision. High Priestess is also known for being secretive, like she knows, but she's hiding it. So it is possible that you know that you're spent, but you're hiding it. And then we've got the Three of Swords, so it's something that is clearly hurting you in some way, shape or form. Could be mental stress, could be breaking your heart. That was in reverse, wasn't it? I mean, I'll take it upright, but it was, I think I flipped it and it fell in reverse. So that's that same, it's the Page of Pentacles again. You've only got a little bit to give, or you're not able to give much. I'll get one more for that. So, Six of Wands and Queen of Pentacles. I would say that's a feeling or a need for you to be valued. Queen of Pentacles knows what she values, and Six of Wands to be respected as well. And maybe even for people to acknowledge, maybe yourself, but probably other people to acknowledge that you only have a little bit to give at present, that you don't have much, you barely have enough for yourself. And that could be literally physically or just energetic, in terms of how much energy you have to give, emotional, physical, mental energy. You may not have a lot, but you just want people to get that. That's what I'm getting from that at present. And maybe you do need to acknowledge it yourself, because the Queen of Pentacles, she values others, she values what she has physically, but she values herself as well. And maybe you need to connect with your emotions to do that, and then, I don't know, a miracle will come in and help you out and provide support. Let's look at your energy, Ace of Cups and Five of Cups, and I just feel tired looking at this, to be honest. It does kind of just look like, well, not just, it looks like exhaustion. But let's clarify. Let's clarify it. Right, you've got the Lovers there. Are you missing someone or something as well? Because that's something that's coming to mind. This Hierophant feels like the hamster wheel. It kind of feels a bit like a hamster wheel. Okay, let me get more clarification on this. Okay, yeah. It may have been whatever, so this is your energy. There may have been something that you used to love, whether it was a person, a job, your everyday routine, whatever it was. Maybe you used to love it, but now it feels tiresome and you just feel like it's emotionally draining, potentially. Because the cup's there, you've got that full cup there, but it's tipped out, isn't it? So obviously it was once there, but it is literally tipped out. I feel like it's exhausting you, to be frank, and draining your energy. Draining your resources too, potentially, but... You've got the Emperor as well. Okay, and the Two of Pentacles. Do people always expect you to take charge and take the lead of everything, and then you end up just doing everything, and they just leave you to it? They just feel like, oh yeah, he can handle it, she can handle it, and they just sort of think that you can cope with everything. Are you always supporting everyone else? I'll get one more for that, but I think that's where we are at. And you may have liked having that sense of leadership and people coming to you in the beginning, but now, yeah, now it may become draining. It might even be a bit confusing, like confusing in the sense of how the hell do you expect me to do all of this? And then you've got the Nine of Swords, which in the few other readings it's come in today, I've picked it up as it was frustration and distress and defeat, and yeah, I'd say exhaustion as well, where you just like, I did say it in one of the other readings, it was just like you're on your knees praying, please somebody help me. That seems to be coming up quite a bit as well. So in one word, I would say your energy is one of exhaustion, based on the Ace of Cups and Five of Cups. But it does feel like this was something, whatever you are feeling exhausted with, it was something that you used to love. I mean, if it was a partner, like a spouse or whatever, is it someone where it started off great and they became lazy or something, or complacent? Maybe they're not doing it on purpose, but they're distracted. They've got other things on their mind and they think you can handle everything else, and they're not paying attention. Let's clarify that Two of Pentacles, which I said felt a lot like juggling. The energy of juggling around you. Right, okay. That's that things, you know, and when you're doing a lot of things and you've kind of given up and you said, oh, you know what, things just never change, this is never going to change, that kind of vibe. Or it could even be where things can't change because although you feel fed up, maybe, remember I said that hamster wheel, and there's a wheel there, maybe you are kind of on the hamster wheel and it's like, well, things won't change until you physically get off. It's like nothing's going to come in and put a spanner in the, well, sometimes, I mean, towers do happen. This was in Capricorn's reading as well, where it was like they were praying for a tower. But it's like the tower doesn't come in because you pray for it. The tower comes in when you least expect it. Yeah, so while you're on that hamster wheel, things can't change. It's like you have to take action. You physically have to get off it and create the change. I know that can sound a bit harsh, but let's see what else comes out. We have the Four of Pentacles, and that's what I was just saying. It's like you're stuck on that hamster wheel and you're not getting off. And it's not necessarily that you're being stubborn. It's just that maybe you don't feel you can. Maybe you feel like everything will fall apart if you get off the hamster wheel. Maybe it is literally about finances. You could be in a job that you hate and it's spent you and worn you out. And it's like, but if I give up the job, then I'm not going to have any money. So you have to keep going. Let's see what else comes out. So you have the Eight of Swords. You feel trapped. And I would say the Hanged Man in reverse is kind of not knowing how the hell to get yourself out of this, if that makes sense. And I mean, I did see with that Three of Pentacles, it's about collaboration as advice. But I suppose if you're on your own and you feel like you're on your own and you're alone in whatever you're doing, then it's hard to see a way out, isn't it? You may not see who could help or how help could come in. The Empress. Okay. I'm going to get a card to clarify the Empress. That feels like maternal, potentially maternal support or nurturing. It could be self-nurturing. I mean, you've got connect with your emotions. It could actually be a person who has an Empress energy that comes in and supports. This is external energy, isn't it? Or maybe that's you, that you feel like you have to nurture everyone. Let's clarify her. Clarify the Empress, please. Why are they jumping on my lap? That's you. It's you with the burdens. You're the one being the Empress. Whether you're a man or a woman, you're being the Empress. You're nurturing anyone and everyone, taking on all of the burdens by the looks of it. And you can't see where you're going to get support from. You probably just feel like, I've just got to keep going. There's no way out of this. Nothing changes. Yeah, okay. And that's the energy that's around you. Yeah, that's the surrounding energy. So your card of advice, the Three of Pentacles, which I said is collaboration. It's finding the right people who can help physically, practically, everything. You have to acknowledge, if you haven't already acknowledged that you are worn out, you may feel it physically, but you may not have admitted it emotionally, or maybe you're someone who wants to appear strong all the time, so you hide how you feel and keep going, but you got to acknowledge it first if you haven't already. So Three of Pentacles, you have the Sun. So that's illumination. So that would be where things become, well, you figure out how to get out of it, wouldn't you? Maybe it's also figuring out a different way of doing things as well. The Sun for me, right, so this particular Sun, I always feel like the woman in here is the Empress, and she to me is like a stay-at-home mother. But she's the stay-at-home mother who she's so spinning something, wool, hair, it looks like hair is wool or something, straw, cotton, whatever she's spinning. She's like the stay-at-home parent that works on her own schedule. She's very happy and comfortable in her environment. She's got freedom of movement. She plans her routine herself. She does everything on her own terms. She's found a different way of doing things. Maybe that's part of what is potentially going on with you, is that maybe you have a job or a routine that just feels very restrictive and exhausting. And the collaboration, sometimes it isn't literally people, it's just finding new resources or physical ways of doing things. Maybe that's what it's about as well. Like, for example, if you are a parent who works in the office, maybe you do need to work from home because it will help to make you adapt your schedule. And Virgo is a sign, it's a mutable sign. I can see you've got blurry. It makes things more manageable for you. Let's get more clarity on that. Or maybe you work from home and it feels restrictive. I mean, I've been there when COVID hit the first time. I worked from home and I was so excited because I'm an introvert. I love being at home. I'm a complete introvert. And I was like, oh my God, this is amazing. After about less than a month, I was like, get me the hell out of this. Because I had my child had only just started school. And I had to do homeschooling, work from home. And oh God, it was horrific. And I'm a parent. I'm a single parent as well. So it was tough. It was tough trying to do everything. And especially when your child doesn't want to do the work and you're trying to motivate them and then deal with the work in between. And it's like, why am I working more hours from home than when I was actually at work? Because then you've got I don't know if I just managed my time badly, but because of trying to do so many different things, like multitask, it just felt like I never stopped doing work until like 10 o'clock at night, because you do stuff, but then you have to do the homeschooling, then you have to cook, and then you do bits of work and you have to take breaks to keep your child entertained and etc. And it was just a mess. It was I didn't expect it to be like that. I was actually quite surprised. I thought it would be a dream working from home, but I've realized it probably can be a dream working from home if you're home alone and you don't have to deal with anything else. Although that does, even for an introvert like me, that became isolating as well, just literally being at home. But I suppose it depends on what you're doing. If you're working from home, like I consider myself working from home now, doing these readings, I absolutely love it. I mean, yes, it can leave me feeling a bit tired, but it's fantastic because I'm doing something that I'm very, very passionate about. So it's great. But yeah, moving on from that, so Three of Pentacles. So as I say, that could be where you become a stay-at-home parent and work from home or whatever. You could switch it up. Maybe you've worked from home and it feels overwhelming and you want to get out of the house and go back to work. Either way, it's collaboration, whether it's with people or systems or resources or methods or whatever, that create more stability, that are happier. It's a happier, more comfortable environment, and it is very stable and abundant for you as well. Let's get more on that. Yep, Four of Wands. I mean, the home. You could potentially, I mean, Ten of Pentacles can be about legacy. It can be about family life as well. There is a strong possibility there is someone here who maybe wants to work from home or start a business from home or something to that effect. There could be something here if you are someone who has children and you are together with the child's, I don't know, with your spouse or whatever. There could be something around working out your routine where maybe you're doing too much and you need to collaborate in a better way with them to make things work, where you're happier and things are more stable overall. Strength. I would say that doing this will rebuild your strength, that's for sure. And we'll get one final card. Seven of Swords. Okay, of course we have to have a cliffhanger. I would say you have to be honest about how you feel about it. If there is someone else involved in particular, or other people involved, you're going to have to be honest with them about what you're feeling. Maybe it's just a case of admitting to other people that you're stressed and exhausted. Let's get one more after that, since it's left us on a cliffhanger now. So we've got the Three of Pentacles again, collaboration. So I would say, yes, if there are other people involved or that can be involved, then you're going to have to be honest with them. Yeah. This came up in the Capricorn reading. This is, to me, in this reading, she feels like she's being attacked. There's a sense of being overwhelmed here. I mean, this card is often about resilience, and it can be, it probably is resilience as well. But you shouldn't have to feel like that. You shouldn't have to feel attacked and worn out and like you're in a constant battle. You should have fair collaboration and be able to have some kind of peace and joy or something. So I'll leave that there. I'm going to get you a final card of advice from the Unicorns Oracle deck as well. Oh dear, I've lost a card again. One just fell off and it's gone. Find that after. I'm finding that doing this set of weekly readings, I have to keep counting my cards to check that they're all there, because they keep dropping off the table, they just keep disappearing, flying out, knocking out the candle. I think 3 out of all the readings I've done so far, they've hit the candle and put the candle out. The cards are like really chaotic at the minute. Okay, final card from the Oracle of Unicorns. So any more advice for Gemini, please? This is such a hard deck to shuffle. I mean, the cards are fantastic, like brilliant quality, but they're all heavy, thick cards and the deck is massive. So I've got tiny hands. It doesn't help. Past lives. Okay, I haven't got a bloody clue what that means, if I'm being honest with you. It says, okay, actually I do. Release your past life karma. Excuse me. You are an old soul with deep wisdom. Healing your past lives will raise your vibration. So the only feeling I get that could connect that to anything in this reading is that, I mean, it could be about cycles, because the past lives, I know it's talking about literal past lives there. It could be a cycle that you repeat where you get into situations where you take on too much and you end up exhausting yourself. It could literally be a past life. Who knows? Maybe you were a servant or a slave in a past life. I don't know, but it feels more like it could potentially be to do with cycles, and there's something where you finally need to acknowledge how you feel and let others know how you feel when you get to that point of exhaustion, or before. Maybe you need to acknowledge when you are, even when you're beginning to get to that point of taking on too much or being exhausted, to avoid repeating this cycle. I'll get you one more. I was going to say supports on the bottom, ask for help, get more rest, nurture yourself. You can't even see that. So that's probably key here as well. And you notice there's 3 things there, and they are all physical things. So you know that 3 of Pentacles. 1, ask for help. 2, get more rest. 3, nurture yourself. They're all physical things. So that could be that what that 3 of Pentacles is. Yeah, let's get one more card. Oh, you've got so many. You've got so many here now. Right. You've got leadership. Step into your leadership. Share your message. Inspire and empower others. I mean, I did say it feels like people may have put you into a position of leadership where you're taking on too much, but maybe it means it's talking about how you use your leadership. Like, as much as people can put you in that position, you then have to be the boss and tell them boss them about a little bit, to be honest, so that you don't end up exhausted and doing everything yourself. And that's where discernment comes in. All is not what it seems. Stay true to your knowing. Keep your dreams a secret. I feel like this is more in terms of that leadership, sort of discern in whatever situation you are taking the lead, who can take on some of the responsibility. When are people taking advantage of me and trying to get me to do too much while they're sitting back doing nothing, or just feeling that I can do everything. And then you have action. Now is the perfect time to act. Take inspired action towards your dreams. Move forward with confidence. I feel like that's just saying to take action in terms of knowing that you are worn out and taking steps to fix that. Whatever the steps are that you need to take. And if you do have dreams and you've put them on the back burner because you're too busy doing all sorts of other shit, then yeah, consider that as well. But that's it for your reading, Gemini. I hope that was helpful for you. Feel free to leave your comments. Thank you for watching the video, and until the next one, take care.